This is the video 12. On this video we'll remove all the knobs. We'll take out the faceplate and we'll continue with the boards one by one. It will be necessary to put upside down entire unit and we'll have access to all the boards. So for the knobs I'm using, depends how tight they are on position, the knobs. Usually they are before, you never know where it was, and some guys they are putting some I don't know, some contact cement on the knobs if they are broken and different things. And I will use these tools from Vacon or some spatula, and I'm using this to don't scratch the front plate. Yeah, so I'm putting like that behind of the knob, and I can turn and the knob it's going out. For the tuning capacitor and for the volume, you need to use an Allen key because they are secured with set screws. Okay, so let's take the knobs out. So just grab and take it out. Yeah. So this we'll put in a box because later on we'll wash them. Yeah, with dishwashing soap, because that one it will remove the grease and everything, but we'll talk about that process later on. Yeah, so also these knobs remove one by one, put on the box. You see this one, like I said, yeah, so this one it will be necessary to re-glue. Yeah, now we'll come on the front here on the tuning knob and volume knob. Okay, so the tuning knob, he is using one set screw, so just put the key inside and take out. What I'm doing, after I will remove the knob, I will take out the screw, because I told you we will make a batt for this. You see this one, it's rusty. We'll make a batt for this knob, and I want to avoid the rust to come on the set screw. Yeah? So I will put the knob on the other with the others, and for the volume knob usually are two set screws. So just dismantle both of them or slack both of them on the beginning like that, and the knob it will be free to come out. Yeah, also remove the set screws like that, one, second one, and this knob it's ready to be washed. Yeah, so now the face plate, he is without knobs, but like you see he is using 3 nuts. And we have to take out these nuts. These nuts are fixing on position the front plate. So 1, 2nd, and the 3rd. Just take out all 3. Put it in the same box with the set screws. And the faceplate is fixed also on top with 2 screws. I will lift up the camera to see what I will do there. Okay, so one screw is here and the other one is here. So I will take off these 2 screws. And when you take out these 2 screws, you have to pay attention for the front to not go down, yeah? Because now you have to secure like that with your hand. Because if you remove these 2 screws, if it's falling down, are highly chances to broke the glass, yeah? Because it's really glass inside. It's not plastic. So now you can take out the front plate. You see, this is how it looks. I will show you how I will dismantle all the stuffs which are here. So let's continue with the front, with the face plate, how I remove the buttons and the rest for cleaning. So just put the face plate down. You see I'm using a batt napkin for doing this, and now you have to lift up these buttons like that. and inside we have some screws, and these screws, they are conical, yeah. So the big part of the cone, it's here seated on the back side of this support. So, and the buttons are fully with aluminum. So we'll put here all of them for cleaning, and you have to do like that with all of them. Pay attention for the springs, because you don't want to jump all the springs around you. Yeah. So this is how this is the way how I'm dismantling the front plate. So I told you, all the buttons, all the knobs, they will be washed like that. So I'll open all the buttons out of the camera, and after that I will see how I will remove the sides of the front plate. Okay, so all the buttons are out. Now we will focus on removing the wood end, or the wood sides. I think this is for how to say, for aesthetics, yeah, because they are making a connection with the cover, yeah, wood cover. Okay, so now what I will do, I will take a permanent marker and I will make a marking on back side. So this is from the right, correct? This is from the right, so I will put an R and the sign with an arrow on top. I will do same with the other one, the other wood stick. And you see now the faceplate is ready for cleaning, yeah. So it will make also a butt, it will go on the butt. Also with this dish soap, and that this dish soap, it will do a really good job. It will remove all the fingerprints, grease, dust, everything, yeah. So this is how I'm doing with the front plate. Don't forget, this front plate, it's using real glass. It's not plastic, it's just glass. So pay attention to not destroy the glass. Yeah. So here is the left. So arrow like that, and L. Okay. So now we know where it will go. So now I will put the front plate on a plastic bin, on a plastic tray, not bin. Yeah. So, and on this one we'll clean these components and also the buttons. So you see the front plate now it's out. So I will put on the good on a proper place the screws, the springs, and the woods. For the woods we'll clean a little bit with a rag, and after that on the end we'll put a coat of oil, but we'll do together. We'll start with removing the light diffuser. This is also plastic, it's a plastic, and is diffusing the light. Inside of this plastic, the bulbs they are going, and you will have the light. You see, you have here the holes and the bulbs, they are coming here. You see, this plastic diffuser, it's really clean. So maybe somebody cleaned before, or maybe this unit was not running so much. Okay, now I will take the camera and I will see how it looks here on top. But before of this, we have to take out also this protection. Here it's a protection for this flywheel. We will put also here on the box. Also on this one is no any dust here on top. You see? Nice. I don't think so. Somebody who was playing here. Okay, so now remains to, I will disconnect also this board behind. So if you are looking here behind, you can see now the flywheel. These are the input lights, and here the speaker lights and stereo lamp. Yeah. So now I'm planning to take out this board here, but I will need to take out that 3 screws which are on the bottom. After that, we will remove these screws which they are keeping on position this support for the lights, and I'm doing this because I want to clean everything what is here. Yeah? And we'll replace also this capacitor for the signal meter. Okay, so pay attention to the string, yeah? Don't forget about the string. So take all precautions to not touch the string. So, like I said, there are 3 screws here, which I have to take out. Yeah, because here on this part we will not do so many things. There, you see. So it's like that. We remove the screws. Why I'm doing this? Because I want to clean everything. To be sure everything is clean. Again, don't forget about string. Tuning string, yeah? 1 screw, 2nd screw. And 3rd one. Okay, so now this support is disconnected. The lamp holders you can take by your hands. We'll put like that, and we'll put on the side. And now we'll have access to this lower part. Yeah, this part remains uncleaned. Yeah, so we have to clean this. So how we'll clean? Same with rags, a pair of tweezers, some isopropylic alcohol, a brush if it's necessary, depends of the situation, and time for removing the dust. You see? So you will do like that until everything is clean, yeah? After that we will take also out this capacitor. We will install new one. So I will do this cleaning out of camera, and after that we will take care about that capacitor. So this capacitor here is 100 micro and 6.3 volts, and I will replace with this Muse Nichicon ES series bipolar capacitor, 100 micro and 6.3 volts, and I will replace this one there. So capacitor is replaced, you see there. Now we'll fix back the lamp holders and the support for lamp holders. Here on the front we have to remove this protection for the knob, yeah, because here it's yellowish behind. They put this black fabric, yeah. So now I want to remove this support and only these two, yeah, because the rest we'll take out when we'll dismantle the boards. But we can slack also the others. Let's take the drilling machine. It's much faster. So I will disconnect this. Yeah, I will do out of camera. So now, because we are here, I want to slack all the screws. This is what I want to do. I'm doing all the time because it's much easier now on this position than when it will be upside down, yeah. So just slack all of them, because these cards will remove later on. So slack all the screws, because later the boards they will remain only in wires. You see, here some screws are missing, you see, so we have to install there. Okay, so here we are. Now I will slack also the nuts, all of them. Okay. I need bigger up here. Okay. And this one here. It's not okay. This one. Okay, and here. Okay, so all of them, they are slack. So now we can put upside down the entire unit and we'll start to disconnect the cards. So now we are upside down. We'll start to take out the boards. We'll start with this one, we'll flip. We'll start with the second one, we'll flip. We'll disconnect the power switch, we'll flip, yeah? So let's do that. But before to do this, I want to be sure all the wires here behind are slack to have enough room to be able to turn these boards. And I want to protect everything what is behind there with a rag, yeah? To be sure we'll not damage something here, yeah? So we'll put like that. So now we are sure everything is covered, yeah? So we can start with the power switch. So we'll take out the screws. Okay, so let's do the second screw. Check also the colors for the wires to see how it's coming here on position. You see, this white and orange, they will be down. And we have to change also the grease here on the switch, because this one is running not so nice, yeah? And you can see also here on the front it's some old grease, or I don't know what was there. Yeah? So second screw, and now we remove the second board, yeah? Okay, and here also the screws are mixed. I will show you one moment. You see how they look. Two of them are flat, one is bulged, yeah? So it's not okay. So that means somebody was playing here. So now this board, it's okay. So we can take out from position, but don't forget, pay attention for cables. So now I think it's better to take also the second one. We'll take out also the second one to be both of them in the same time. Okay. So here the screws are okay. So now we have to take out the boards like that. So you see, one is ready. We can put like that, you see. No any parts replaced here. And now we'll do also with this board, same. So you have to pay attention to wires. You see, like that. Look at this shield, how it looks. It's outstanding, huh? It's really nice. Now we can continue with the rest of the boards. The rest of the boards means this phono, not phones. Phones back, yeah, okay, out. After that, this input selectors. Here we have this FM muting board and multipath. Okay, and here is the speaker board. No, that first board was for microphones. For microphones. Here is for phones connector, yeah. So also this one is out. Let's take out the screws. Okay, Okay, so now what we will do, we will put another layer here on that two boards, also for protection of them, like that. And now we can take out the other boards. Yeah, I will take the camera to show you how they look here. So here are the microphones, here are the inputs, yeah, phono 1, phono 2, AM, FM, and auxiliary. Here are the phono, the multipath, muting and filters, yeah, and on this one we have the speakers. So let's take out also this. Also pay attention to the cables when you take out. So first one it's out, second one also. Check the cables, don't be in hurry. If it's necessary you can disconnect also the bulbs on the other side to not force them. I mean to not force the cables. And also here are the speakers terminals, cables for terminals, yeah. So this is how you should do, yeah, step by step with everything until it's going out. You see. So here are the speaker switches, yeah, and input or output for phones, yeah. Okay, here we have this holder, and we have to take out all the cables to be much easier to take out this board, yeah. Like that. So also this board now, it will be ready to go out. Like that. We have two transistors here and a lot of tantalum's capacitors. And now remains the last one, which it will be also out in a few seconds. If you know another way to take out, tell me, because I don't know. Just you have to take your time for this. Okay, so all the cables are out. You have to lift here on the back, and after that push the buttons, and here we are. Yeah. Look, we have a capacitors here, a capacitor which it will be necessary to be taken out. Yeah, we will put the oxide on the switches. We will play a couple of times with them, and the boards they will be ready. So we'll discuss about all the boards, what's going on with them, what parts we'll replace, how we'll do the cleaning, and so on. So let's start with this. So we'll start with microphone board, microphone input board. So I will take a rag, I will put here below, and you see it's a lot of dust here, so we have to take out this dust. So for this we'll use a brush, yeah, just like that. You see the parts, they start to be visible. Let's start also the light, yeah, some isopropylic alcohol on the brush, like that. And you see now it will start to... I suggest to you to use some rugs, yeah, on the top of the other boards to not spread everything on them. So to not remove this dust from here and put in another place, yeah. So now also for the interior, I'm doing also with this brush, like that, until it's coming on that, on the end, on the output, Yeah. And they will be clean enough like that. And now I will use a piece of rag for cleaning. Okay. So you see, it's not big deal. I will take a pair of tweezers. Let's see where it is. And I will clean a little bit also inside. See, like that. You see. Like that. Okay, so this is how it looks. And now you can take a earbud. Let's see if I have here. I have to look for. I'm using these earbuds. So what I will do, I will take one. Here I have this dioxide liquid, because you know how it is. When you are using this dioxide E5, sometimes remains some liquid inside the can. So how I'm doing, I'm releasing complete the air from inside, the pressure. You'll see this very, very often, and usually remains some liquid inside, and I like to not lose that one. So how I will do, after I will be 100% sure there is no any pressure inside, I will check here on this button. I will wrap in a rag, and I will make a pinch with a pointer. You know, I have these pointers, very sharp, and I will make a very thin hole, and after that I will be sure everything is all right. I will cut the top cover, and after that I will put the liquid in this box. So it's helping me for next cleanings. Yeah. So now I will put here this dioxide. Yeah. And now with this dioxide I will clean inside this, you see. Yeah, I will clean inside these tubs. And after that I will show you another procedure how I will do. You see how dirty it is. Yeah. And you saw we just clean them with isopropylic alcohol, but it's not enough, because you have to use this kind of solution, this kind of dioxide, yeah, to remove these oxidations from tubs. Yeah. So now I will suggest to you to take a jack, yeah, like this one, and you can play a couple of times like that. Yeah. So you see now it's clean. So you see how much dirty it was. Yeah. Now you can put also on this end, which is clean, and you can play one more time to see if it's coming out something out. And when nothing it will come out, you'll be sure your cleaning process is ready. You see, it's better and better. Yeah. So this is how I'm dealing with this kind of sockets, and you can see also inside how they are. Yeah. So this is my process, how I'm dealing with them. So now I'm 100% sure this one it's clean. Yeah. And this dioxide is doing same job also with switches, because you know the designation of this dioxide is to be used on the switches, not on the potentiometers. Yeah. Only on the switches. Yeah. So now let's clean also this board better. Okay. So this is how I'm doing with these sockets, yeah, with these connectors. Okay, so now the board, it looks better than before. Yeah. You see shiny, no any dust, all the parts in good position, like, okay, this one it's okay, this one it's okay. So this board, it's ready. Yeah. But because we are here, I want to clean also the frame there. So I will take a rag I'll put some alcohol. Okay, and now I will start to clean this lower surface here on the side, the front also. Yeah, I want to be sure everything here it's completely clean. Yeah. Okay. You see, everything it's clean now. Yeah. So now we can say this board is ready. So we can, if it's not affecting us, we can put on his position, yeah, like that, to create more space here. So we can fix also the screws for this one. Why not? Yeah, because after that he will fly here around, and I don't want this. If it's on position, I will be sure I will not touch the wires anymore. I will change the angle of camera. Okay, now it's much better. Okay, so let's fix first screw. After that, second one. And the microphone connectors, jacks are cleaned. Yeah. I will use this brick brush for cleaning if remains something here. Okay, so this one, you see, it's ready. Now, let's lift up this input board section. I will clean here the frame below this board, on this position, because, sorry for that, this part is sitting. This is the bottom side of this board, of this unit, yeah. Now on the bench is fixed, it's on position upside down. Okay, so let's clean also here on the front, the dust. Okay, so now we are sure here it's cleaned. Let's take also the brush. Okay. So I will put again this rag below. Let's see. Yeah. So now we are here. So about this board, let's see if we can flip more, or I will change the angle of the camera better. Okay. So now we see better this board. So I want to put this rag below this board here, because I don't want all this dirt to come here like that. Yeah, so you see how I'm doing this. Okay, so now we can keep this board on this position. So these switches are the input switches. Yeah, so what they are doing, these switches, I will show you now in the diagram. So you see, here is the block diagram. We have inputs on these switches. We have on this unit auxiliary, phono 1, phono 2, and microphones. And because they are stereo, we have also this side. Here we have the selectors between the phono 1, phono 2, or microphones. From these switches, the signal is coming on EQ amplifier, the amplification for phono or for microphones. And after we have the function switch assembly, yeah? And this is AWS094, and here we have all the switches: auxiliary, phono 1, phono 2, microphone, FM, and AM. Yeah, if we are looking here, we have this section here, which is the FM multipath switch. Yeah, now it's stereo, which is when it's stereo, it's coming from the read relay. And before of this one is this low pass filter and the multiplex decoder, the stereo decoder. We have stereo signal and we have the signal. The switch is in normal condition now, normal position, and it's stereo. If you will change for multipath, you'll see the circuit is changed, and he is taking signal from the signal meter and from HA1137. Now we discuss about this one on the beginning, yeah, on the tuner radio discussion. And after that you have also the AM output, which is coming from AM tuner from this IC, and the signal is coming on this point here and on this point here, because the AM it's mono. And here we have all the functions buttons, and we have like that: S11 it's AM, S12 FM, S13 phono 1, S14 phono 2, S15 auxiliary. Yes, okay, so we have here. In the same time we have also the lights, which are connected also on these switches, and we have 2, 4, 5 lights for each input, yeah, which you choose. In the same time, on this board we have also a capacitor which is connected for the tuner signal meter, for the tuning meter. And now we'll see the function switch assembly AWS094, and on these switches we have all the inputs. We'll have the output from this board, which is going to equalizer board. From the equalizer board it's coming back on the switches. You saw how I showed to you. And from this board, entire board, we have the output, sound output, which is going to the flat amplifier input, yeah. So pins 45 and 44. If you will disconnect these 2 pins, you will lose the signal for entire unit. On this board you have also a part of from the switches are for the lights, and we have also a capacitor here on one switch button, which is taking care about the tuner signal meter indicator. It's a capacitor which is in parallel with the capacitor which we replaced on the previous video on the indicator, yeah. And here we have also IM mono, which is coming on the board, FM stereo, left and right, and so on. And this capacitor which we will replace, it's on position 220 microfarads, 6 volts electrolytic, and we will replace with 220 microfarads, 6.3 volts, and it's a UAS series, Nichicon Muse. You see, bipolar capacitor. We will replace with this one. So this is how it's going with this switchboard. It's nothing complicated. Here is the printed circuit board. You see C1 here. We'll replace, and a lot of cables. So pay attention with these cables to not break them. Yeah. So you see here signal meter, and here you have this capacitor. Yes, 100 microfarads, and we just replace. So if you are looking on the cables, you will see this capacitor here. This one is in parallel with this one. Okay, so now what we will do, so you see there's not so much discussion about this. I will replace the capacitor, but before of this I want to clean also the board, yeah, like that. And for all the switches you have 2 options. First option is to use deoxit to clean them, or to desolder all the switches and to clean piece by piece, but it is on your risk, yeah, if you are doing like that. So how I'm doing, I will take this deoxit D5, yeah, you see how it is. I will take a piece of rag to not spray around this deoxit, and I'm putting the pipe of this spray inside of this knob, and I will press the knob down, and now I will pump the deoxit inside, and you will see on the button, you will see how it's spreading everywhere, this deoxit. You see, until I will see the deoxit here, I will spray. If I will see the deoxit there, I will stop. And now we will play with the buttons, with the switches, at least 50 times. For next one, I will put this pipe between the spring and the body of the switch. I will press the switch now, and I will inject this deoxit inside, you see. And now I will be sure the deoxit is going there. For second one I will do the same. Not for second, for third one. For fourth one I will do exactly same, you see, and for the last one, same procedure. And now I am sure the deoxit is going everywhere. And now you have to play. So at least 50 times, yeah, because now all the parts, they are moving inside, the deoxit is spread everywhere, yeah, and you will clean that tarnish from the contacts. Okay, so I will do like that out of camera. I will replace also this capacitor and we will go on. And for better results, you see, if I will press this button now, you will have here this this section for moving, yeah. If I will press this one it will jump, and here also I will have this short distance to move, yeah. What I will suggest you to do, press this button here, and now you can play with all of them like that, yeah. So now for sure you will have, yeah, you will clean everything. So I suggest you to do like that, yeah. This is my procedure how I'm doing, and for sure now you will clean all the tarnish, because you'll move the contacts from start to end, yeah. You see, if you are looking here, you can see the deoxit how it's going out. And for the last one also press this one and move this one. You see, it's very simple. And now let's clean this deoxit. You have to wait some time until all this deoxit will go out. So this is the reason why I put this rag down. And now I will put the board in normal position, almost in normal position. I will take out this wood. And now the deoxit, it will go out by gravity. So now I'm 100% sure all the switches are clean. But I told you, you can use the first option to take out the switches, to desolder them, but it's surgery job there. But sometimes it's necessary to do also that. Usually it's necessary to do that when some people, some persons, some technicians, they are putting inside, instead of put deoxit or some other designated chemicals for this kind of switches, they are putting grease or WD-40 or I don't know, other stuffs. If you like this kind of content, don't forget to thumb up, share with others, put in the comments questions or comments or I don't know, suggestions, up to you. And thank you for your time. Thank you because you are watching on these videos. I'm trying all my best to record good content, to come with good explanations, to explain to you all the things what I'm doing. For this Pioneer X6 1250, I know was a long journey, yeah, but I said it will be a full restoration, to be full restoration in my way, how I'm doing, yeah, because I saw there are plenty S6 1250 on the internet with a lot of problems, yeah, and this is the way how I'm dealing with them, how I will give them the chance to stay with us more, yeah. Okay, so like I said, I will leave now the board to come dry, complete. The capacitor it's replaced already. This one was on position, you see, 226.3 microfarads. Let's focus. Okay, and the inside it's this Muse type, Muse series from Nichicon. UAS is the series for this one, and he will do the best job, the best job here on this board, because this capacitor belongs to tuning meter, yeah. Okay, so now we have to clean very well the board. You can use, I'm using isopropylic alcohol on the end after the contacts, after the dioxide from contacts from switches is going out, and I will leave the board to dry, and after that it will be ready to be fixed back on his position, yeah, or her position. Here we have the filter assembly amplifier. This is AWM089. Here we have the speakers switches and the phono output, and here is the power on off button, yeah. So what I will do first, I will clean the frame like we did here on the right, yeah. First we have to clean the frame here on this edge below, yeah, because usually here it's dust accumulated. After that, clean inside, yeah. So clean all the points. You have to touch everything, yeah, for best result, how I like to say. Okay, so here it's done. I will take this big brush. Clean. Okay, so now remains here on the left, also with alcohol. We'll clean here like that. So it's really a big unit, this one. So you see it's a lot of things to do. But if you take your time, the result, it will be outstanding, yeah. I didn't count how many hours we spent already, but are a lot. If you want to do like that, it's a full job. Okay, so now everything is cleaned on the bottom. Now I will clean this rack. I will put here below, and we'll continue with these speaker switches and with the phono output jack, yeah. So again, some isopropylic alcohol. We'll start with this phono jack, yeah. Put inside, clean the dust, yeah, because here usually it's coming dust because of all of these years which they passed around this one. You see it's visible also on the board. If you are looking here, you see the dust, yeah. So also it's dust inside, so you have to clean. Clean. Okay, so now we will take another earbud. Take also this dioxide, put on this bud here, this end, and just put inside. Like that. You see how it looks. Yes. Yaks. Okay, so like that, yeah. You see. So, like I said, this is the way how I'm dealing with. If you have another idea, without soldering from position and dismantle entire assembly, I mean entire unit, this one, the jack, yeah, socket. If you have another idea how to clean better than this, just tell me, yeah. And now I will take again the jack, put some dioxide on this rod, put inside and move front and back a couple of times. Okay, clean, and again. And now for sure it's ready, yeah. Okay. And here a little bit. Yeah, so now it's ready for sure. On this moment we have to continue with switches of this unit. So about the switches, like you know already, this Pioneer 61250 have 3 outputs, yeah, 3 speakers connections. So you can press 2 buttons in the same time. Yeah, you see. But never you cannot press all 3. Yeah, so 2 by 2 you can. So each 2 of them you can press, but never you can press 3 of them. So this is how you can deal with these speaker outputs. Why you cannot press 3 of them? Because if you have a lot of speakers, you have highly chances to destroy the output transistors. You'll put a high load on these output transistors. So I will add here the dioxide on both sides of switches, yeah, left and right. If it's too much, I told you it will go out. If it's too less, it's not okay. Okay, so to be sure you put enough, you have to check the dioxide is coming out here on the bottom. But to be sure, you can apply this treatment one more time. I told you, you will not destroy nothing, you will make a better cleaning. So again, press one button and after that play with others too. I know it's taking time. Maybe for some of you this video is boring and the rest of them, but this is how I'm doing, yeah. If it's boring for you, I'm sorry for that. I will try to all my best. And also tell me if you want to hear music on background, because I'm not let the music play here behind me. If you're considering it's better also for your enjoyment, let's say, to have also the music on background, please tell me on the comments. Write down on the comments, yeah. Now I want to remove this dioxide which is on top here, like that. Okay, let's clean a little bit. So apply one more time, like that, yeah. More dioxide. Because you know on these contacts here you have a higher current, yeah, than the other switches, because here you have directly the signal which is going to speakers. From my point of view, it was much better to use a simple switches here, but you know, it's discussion also about costs, to use here small and simple switches and to have on the output to the speakers to have relays. I think was much better like that instead of switches. Yeah, this is how I'm thinking. You have only just to press a switch to energize a relay, like you have on new models, yeah, or like you have on Accuface or other devices on his generations here. The Accuface, he is not using these switches for signal path. He is using also a kind of relays, closed relays, and later on they use also some ICs, logic ICs, logic integrated circuits. Yeah, so you see how I'm playing with them. After that I will leave the rack down and I will put these switches on position, and I will take the rack out later on, yeah, after I will be sure the switches, the oxide from switches was going out. And they are, you see, because if you are looking on the rack, you can see how it's dropping, yeah, the oxide is going out. Okay, so I will clean the board out of camera. I will clean this deoxide, and after that we will start the camera and we will clean this power on off switch, because like I told you, it's a little bit lazy, you see. It's too, this grease became sticky, and I want to clean, to open, to clean, to see the contacts, and after that we will fix back with new grease and we will do all the process for cleaning of this one. Okay, so now let's focus a little bit on this on-off switch, because it's a little bit sticky, so I want to be sure also this one is clean. I will use a permanent marker to know where are the position of the components, yeah, to be sure to fix back. And now we are ready to dismantle this. I will need the blade of a cutter and a flat screwdriver. And what we will do, we'll try to move these pins here. Yeah, like that. Some time ago, sorry, I made this plier. You see here on the front. I use a file and I made this groove. Yeah, and I can catch very fast these parts, these pins. Yeah, I made this one for switches. So you see, I can grab these pins like that. Yeah, like that. And now I can take this part out. You have to play a little bit like that. You see? And here on this shaft you have some old grease, yeah? So for this one you have to clean a little bit with some alcohol, clean the grease inside, play a couple of times. You see, now it's much better. And you can use some oil. You can put some oil here, or some new grease. You see, now it's much better for sure. You see also the shaft is moving, so that means it's clean. Because that grease became very sticky after years. So now it's perfect. The switch inside, it's okay. It's moving freely. You see, you can put also here some alcohol for deep cleaning, and with a pair of tweezer you can clean inside like that. Now it's perfect. It's like new. So we can fix back, but before of this I want to put some drop of oil. So here I have oil. You can put some drops after the alcohol was evaporating. You see, so now it's perfect, and you can put also here on the rotating parts of the shaft. And for sure it's better now. And now you have to fix back everything like that. You see, much better. So how I'll fix back? I just have to turn these pins back on position like that, and also on the bottom, and they will be ready for use. Yeah, so much better. So this is the end of the video number 12. On the next video, on number 13, we'll discuss about the filter amplifier assembly, and also with the rest of the boards for preamplification and tone correction and bass treble and volume. We'll talk about all that three printed circuit boards. We'll discuss about electronically diagram parts which we have to replace, and so on. So we can declare this 12 video it's done. And don't forget to share with others, to put comments, questions, and of course stay tuned, because new video they will come, and soon we'll have the end of this full restoration. It was a long journey. Thank you for your time. See you. Bye bye.